Yeah, we're going to get right into the show because they recapped Revolution. And with that, we come back. Blake Christian already in the ring. Man's not going to get his entrance. And since we had last spoken on Monday, they announced on Tuesday Will Ospreay's return match on Dynamite. So since Saturday, the man has returned to AEW, announced he was cleared on X, then announced for his return match, and having said return match, all in the span of 4 nights. And here he is back. What did you think about this announcement of him having his match so quickly?
Well, like the knowledge that he was cleared, in February, doesn't make this that much of a shocker. Like seeing him do what he did on Sunday doesn't make this that much of a shocker. Like he looks like he's fit enough to be able to pull off a television match of this, like to pull off is he fit enough to pull off a Will Ospreay standard match that we might envision in our heads for a pay-per-view? I still have my doubts about that, but like for something like, a television match, I felt this was, it's not like you're going to wait until All In or close to All In to, sit this guy out till then. So it didn't surprise me that much.
This to me, I had no question of like him being ready for this. I just look at like maximizing all of these things that I really feel that just showing up on Sunday was okay. You do the unannounced deal. That's fine. I think like you would have had a lot of interest of just Will Ospreay speaks for the first time on Wednesday. He could have used tonight to announce I'm cleared and give us a week, promote this for a week. And I would have argued that a promo tonight where he gets on the mic and says, why am I back so quickly? Because I had one date every morning that I woke up and saw August 30th, and I am making it to Wembley. I think that would have been really goddamn effective when you have tickets on sale this week. And you could have just built this up for a little longer. I think I didn't see the rush to get all of this stuff in. Like it just feels on he's obviously going to be doing, we're going to find out what a pay-per-view match looks like because there's no way this guy's missing Dynasty.
No. My feeling on all this is that, number one, you're probably dealing with a Will Ospreay who has been itching to wrestle. Look at what he did on Saturday. It's like taking a dog to a dog park that like hasn't been outside in 6 months. And I think you're going to get Will Ospreay wrestling pretty consistently. So those people who might, like to delay an extra week, I get the sense Tony wants to be able to give a Will Ospreay match to his paying customers, like in every town, if Ospreay is willing.
Well, he probably will be willing, pardon the pun. I also feel that for every Ospreay match, Danielson should probably be the guy calling his match because it just seems like this is now the man's spirit animal, and we are going to get Ospreay's mind conveyed through Danielson's words, and I do like that pairing.
Danielson, like he really is like concerned parent now for all of these wrestlers, who are coming back from injury. Anytime you have a wrestler coming back from a concussion or a neck injury or any sort of like long-term injury, I'd love to hear Danielson.
It's like he's got several children.
Yeah.
Darby has left the family and he's never coming back. He's lost him.
He's a lost
Will
cause.
is holding on by the fingertips, and he still has a hold on this man for now. And then in the most facetious question of the night, Danielson asks, imagine Blake Christian beating Will Ospreay in his first match back. Just imagine that.
Hard to, but yes. Mm-hmm.
Bro, nobody saw it coming. Blake Christian won. So no, Trey Baxter did not pull out the win here. Instead, he goes after the neck of Will. He hit this dive through the turnbuckle, DDTing Will onto the floor. Then from there, hits a springboard 450, a lethal injection, and an Osai DDT. And then he sets up for his own hidden blade, and Ospreay stops it, hits his hidden blade, and pins Christian in 7 minutes and 53 seconds.
Mm-hmm. So I found the match to be very entertaining, actually, but I think we could say compared to maybe what we think of a standard Ospreay performance, this to me did feel conservative. Like if you look at an Ospreay Fletcher as like a 10, okay, this would be more of a 5, which for most people would be their 10. But for Will Ospreay, I would maybe say it was more.
This was a very
5.
simple, just TV match. I think this was.
And I don't think anybody should be upset about that. In fact, most of the negativity I saw from his appearance on Sunday was people feeling like he did too much. People being too concerned that the guy is doing too much too soon. So this to me, like, was, after we seeing what he's capable of doing, we know he could still do the dives. I feel like on pay-per-view, there's no doubt in my mind he will be trying to be Will Ospreay of, prior to this next surgery. But for a TV match against Blake Christian that went 5 minutes here, this felt like an appropriately scaled back version of himself. But I still found the match incredibly engaging, and much of that was due to Blake Christian, who really was able to provide much of the spectacle that we might usually expect out of a Will Ospreay in this match. Christian looked incredible here.
Christian's really good. He's one of many that it's tough to stand out, but he got a great spotlight here, and gave him a lot in this match. I had no issues with this match at all. Yeah. For what the purpose it served. Ospreay gets on the mic and he immediately calls out Jon Moxley, says, "I don't need a weapon to snatch someone's neck. I can do it with my bare fucking hands." And out come the Death Riders, and Ospreay charges after Moxley and Yuta, who are entering through the crowd. And in the ring, he pulls in Moxley, and he teases the Tiger Driver 91. And he is stopped by Pac, who puts him in the brutalizer. And Ospreay would recover, chases Pac to the back. And it would seem that we are setting up this run through the Death Riders, at least Pac in the midst here. But you could go through Yuta and others. And I feel it's going to be Ospreay and Moxley. And Moxley's going to take that Tiger Driver.
Yeah. Maybe finally getting that fishing.
Oh, he's going fishing. He's going fishing with the Tiger Driver.
Going fishing. He's sold his rods. So we should also mention, through the Christian match, I thought Christian did a good job of establishing the neck injury. He was plastered with a kinesio tape all over it. So having the brutalizer be a move that specifically targets the neck area, I think is a great way to follow up in the lead up to the Moxley match. So, again, Brian's commentary, I think, did a great job of emphasizing
I think Danielson should call all those guys matches when possible. I know he's not doing every show, but I think that is a combo that really does work. It brings out the best in Danielson too. So with that, do you think Ospreay and Pac, they should have done it just right away here?
Maybe we'll get that next week. Okay. Announced 2 days before. If it I could see it for Dynasty. I think it's a big enough match for Dynasty, but they also
Ospreay and Pac?
Yeah, I think so. What, you think Mox? You think Mox and Ospreay
I think they're going to rush. I think they're going to get to him and Moxley that quick. I do.
Yeah. Well, what is Dynasty? How many weeks are we?
It's only...
Oh, it's a whole month, almost.
It's April 12th.
12th. So. Okay, yeah, never mind. At this pace, he will wrestle Pac definitely before that.
Could he face Moxley on Dynamite in 2 weeks? That's possible too.
It's of course, yes.
The Post Wrestling Cafe is your one-stop shop for all of the coverage that Post Wrestling has to offer. 2 big rewind-aways this month with WWF Insurrection from May of 2002. This UK-only pay-per-view featured the Raw brand going overseas and ending with the infamous plane ride from hell. Then we're going to take a look at AWA's Super Sunday from April of 1983. A new edition of Talk Can Be Yours, plus MCU Later, Book Club, and coverage of UFC 326, TNA Sacrifice, and of course, XL editions of Rewind to Raw, Dynamite, and SmackDown with all the news of the day. Join now at postwrestlingcafe.com.